Visuals coming in from Ahmedabad in Gujarat, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi is meeting with UAE President at the Ahmedabad airport. There we are going to be seeing a roadshow with the UAE President that the Prime Minister is going to undertake. There is a bilateral that is planned for later in the evening at 7 p.m. perhaps, when the two leaders talk business, when they sit down. But this is a road show that is going to be ushering in a new phase, a new era of ties between the two countries, between India and the UAE, ties which have been strengthened in the recent past. The bonhomie there on display, a warm hug being exchanged between the two leaders. Abhishek, my colleague, now joining us, getting us more details. Abhishek, explain to our viewers the significance of this roadshow. It was only first seen when Prime Minister Modi held such a roadshow in Gujarat itself a couple of years ago with former Prime Minister of Japan, Shinzo Abe.
Well, we know that Shinzo Abe and the kind of chemistry and the friendship Prime Minister Modi had cherished with him. And the same thing will be displayed when tomorrow Prime Minister Modi will be having that with the UAE leadership. We know that India and UAE have had a very close ties, and since the last few years, the UAE's significance for India has increased from beyond being just a petroleum resource provider. We know that a lot of millions of Indian diaspora live in UAE in a peaceful and harmonious way. A lot of Indian business interests have also been there. UAE is one of the top investors in India, and over the years, the UAE has made significant investment in sectors such as energy, infrastructure, real estate, and technology. Last time in year 2022, the Abu Dhabi Investment Authority had announced about $5 billion in India's National Investment Fund. So that kind of investment is something that India is looking forward to having with the UAE government. At the same time, about 3.4 million Indian diaspora live in UAE, contributing in the economic and social life of UAE, contributing in all the infrastructure and development projects in UAE. And that is something that has brought the two leaders together. And tomorrow, when the road show will be there, Indian Prime Minister will also be sharing the entire journey of the road show with one of the most populous and influential Islamic nation. Remember, a lot of time we see the criticism in the international media that Indian government or the BJP has been the indiscriminate, and they have been biased towards minority communities. But when we see UAE leaders themselves coming to India and sharing their stage with Prime Minister Modi, and that too for a road show, that kinds of allays all apprehension and puts an end to all the speculation and biased reporting that happens against Indian Prime Minister's image or against Indian government's image against minority communities in the international media as well.
Absolutely, and these are visuals coming in on our screens that our viewers can see. The roadshow has begun of the Prime Minister and the UAE President, Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. We saw the warm hug that was exchanged at the airport there in Ahmedabad. It's a 3.5 kilometer stretch that we are going to be seeing where the roadshow is going to take place. At the end of the roadshow, of course, there is going to be bilaterals. So from bonhomie to business, we are going to be seeing all of it as far as India and UAE go in the next hour and a half or so. What's likely to be on agenda as far as the bilateral meeting goes? Abhishek, are we expecting any specific agreements that are going to be discussed, any specific pacts that could be signed?
Current geopolitical situation, there are a couple of things that would be in the mind of both the leaders. Of course, the Israel-Hamas conflict is something that has interrupted the entire geopolitical situation in that region. India was also in talk with UAE to make a green corridor that would pass through UAE and that would connect India through European markets. So that is something that corridor is something that India can talk about. The interest of Indian diaspora and how they can be better, the more law can be made to make their life easy and to limit the exploitation of Indian workers in certain industry and by certain companies in UAE is also something that the two countries can talk about. We know that India and UAE, they have also been engaging in various joint military exercises. So the two countries have transcended their relationship from beyond energy security provider to strategic collaborators as well. So in that context, also some kind of discussion can take place. Green energy is another area where the two sides have shown keenness to collaborate that can be in the sector of biofuel, in the sector of green energy or hydrogen energy. UAE has a lot of funds that wants to invest to a country which can scale up the production of renewable energy machines or renewable energy resources. So, Indian manufacturing industry can benefit from certain investment opportunity that can come from the UAE government or certain companies from UAE. That is one area of discussion that the two leaders can have. And of course, there have been cultural exchange and people-to-people connect between the two sides, and that will also be one of the focus areas when the Prime Minister Modi and UAE leadership will be talking to tomorrow.
Absolutely. Trade is also going to be an important factor. The bilateral trade that India has with UAE, with the Middle East, there is also something that is of extreme significance. We've often heard criticism of the Prime Minister here in India of the government being accused of being a majoritarian one. So this kind of bonhomie that we see now with one of the most popular leaders, one of the most famous leaders of the Arab world, definitely bridges the gap there, doesn't it?
Has been one of the key trade partner of India as well. And the economies of both the countries have grown significantly. UAE has been a provider of petroleum fuels to India and precious metals, machinery and textiles. These are the things that India has been exporting to UAE. Agriculture product is something that India has been exporting to UAE. And UAE has been exporting India basically oil, minerals and metals. Now, these traditional partnerships are going to be exploring the new avenues of opportunity that will be renewable energy resources, that can be, the areas of sensitive technologies also. UAE has significantly invested in India in the pension funds and infrastructure, real estate, energy and technological sector as well.
Yes.
Indian companies have also made substantial investments in the UAE, particularly the sectors like information technology, healthcare, construction and hospitality. And thousands of Indian workers also work in these sectors in UAE. Also, strategic significance of these two countries' relationship we have already talked. So these are the issues that is going to be of significance when Mohammed bin Al Nahyan will be having a
Yes.
bilateral discussion with Prime Minister Narendra Modi tomorrow.
Absolutely. It's going to be down to business in a short while from now. It's Bonhomie now. Payal also joining us, getting us more details on this. Payal, the political aspect of this is also significant, isn't it? We've often had people here in India, rivals of the BJP, talk about the Prime Minister being a majoritarian and authoritarian one. Now that we see such kind of bonhomie between an Arab world leader and the Prime Minister, warm hugs there being shared, that goes on to quash this kind of narrative that is being set as well.
Yes, the UAE president coming here, India, in fact, laying a red carpet welcome for him, given the fact that the Prime Minister himself, Narendra Modi himself, going there at the airport to receive him. And of course, Ahmedabad, the city which is very, very known for its cultural heritage, showing its best efforts, and you can see the roadshow which is happening over there. Also, if I remember very accurately, the news, it was just about last year when Boris Johnson, the then UK, Prime Minister, also come down to Ahmedabad and a similar kind of a response while he was. This is something which the actually.
We'll try and reconnect that line with Payal, who's getting us more perspective on this. But these are visuals coming in from Ahmedabad. It's a 3 to 3.5 kilometer stretch that the Prime Minister is undertaking this roadshow on. We did see warm exchange of hugs at the airport when the Prime Minister was personally there to receive the President of UAE, Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan. We are going to be seeing the two leaders sit down for negotiations for bilaterals in a short while from now. It was scheduled to be at 7 p.m., but this roadshow is going to go on for about an hour or so.